Hey, what's up, everybody? Thunderfist 1978 coming at you here on a Monday evening. Hope everybody's had a great day so far. So I'm still not at the point yet where I've completely broken the pattern of starting as late as I have been. I want to apologize for that. We're going back to E7, and I think we're nearing the home stretch. We've got two dragons left to meet with, I should say. I mean, we've spoken with all of them, but now we've got to meet with them. And before that, I want to go to all four of the other towns and make certain that there's no other quests we can go on for them. We were able to clear out all the rabble here by working together. And thanks to you, the miasma's effects have been weakened. What happened to the city? What's this fog all about? My Longmas will die if I stay here like this. I need to leave, and soon. I took a look around the city. It sure is different from Shanoa. And who would have thought our cultures would diverge so drastically when we're both part of the same kingdom? Thus far, we have prevented any monsters from invading the city streets. But this miasma seems to act as a beacon for them, so we must guard all city entrances and inlets with diligence. Most of the Old Town residents have been moved here. Space is pretty tight to be sure, but this structure is safe from the miasma and safety is paramount. I came here with Grandma. The smoke kept coming into the house. But this place is okay. It's a really old, really strong building. I do want to go home, but just seeing the miasma outside scares the crap out of me. And this sanctuary isn't bad, right? It's built like a rock. It can handle anything nature throws at it. I hope so. I was completely covered in this fog. Couldn't get indoors quick enough. But the other residents saved me. I'm so grateful, so thankful. No one knows about Iskin fever better than Dr. Dalian. The city folk are only now realizing how absolutely foolish they were to turn him out to Old Town. What idiots! Wait, was there... Yeah. It looks like the Old Town isn't protected by the outer walls of the city. Between the monsters and the miasma, Old Town doesn't stand a chance. We need to evacuate immediately. This old man just won't listen to what I have to say. This is only the beginning. The really bad stuff is on its way. I can feel it. Okay, so 2 more buildings. No. Looks like 3 more. Maybe more than that. When we were moving patients, there was this one particular girl holding onto a withered flower as if for dear life. I'll never forget that sight as long as I live. A girl that young suffering from Iskin fever. It's a travesty. Alright, what can we do with that? I don't remember ever seeing that. That's Tia's. Damn it. Why, Tia? Didn't you say it was from your late mother? Okay, it doesn't say it's got any specific use, but I bet it does at some point. Okay, so... Oh, we can go in there. Nothing in there but a cat. And we can't go in there. How long do I have to stay at a place like this? I still have a deal to settle. Hurry up and let me out. Jeez. That customer over there keeps saying he needs to find a friend in Old Town. I keep telling him it's still dangerous outside, but he seems angry. Oh, is that him? I thought that was a flower in his hair, not a That's not quite a turban. I don't know what those are called. I tried to go home earlier, but the warriors stopped me. I'm so tired of being scared. When will I be able to go home? Mommy was all going crazy earlier. She started yelling at the top of her lungs, we need to go back home. Because all the ships were sunk, I can't go back to my home country. What should I do? I wish I could just get out of this dangerous country as soon as possible. I decided I should rest in an empty room. The commotion was just so tiring. Did you hear? The Dragon Knights were almost completely annihilated by some guy. The Prime Minister was killed too. What's gonna happen to Altago? The monsters are gone now, so I guess it's safe to say we're no longer in danger now. But I hear the palace is in pretty bad shape. And with this crazy dark fog, yeah, everyone's still scared. The bartender and I cleaned up the rubble from out front by ourselves. You work, you get hungry. You work, you get hungry. This probably will never change. Did we talk to all them? Hey, it's you. Didn't you guys run away from the Colosseum? Well, that doesn't matter. I always knew you weren't bad people. Care for some pointy objects to deter your pursuers? You must need some weapons. Let me know if you like any of our wares. We just stocked new goods. You should take a look. Okay, so... $450,000. For all the weapons. Okay, and we'll get that Garmin shield as well. It's gonna be a while, but I think I'll hold off on that. Be careful if you're planning to head out of the city. We will come back and get those. The damage here is quite severe. Some parts of it have been completely destroyed. So this is what can happen if a monster attacks a city and succeeds. Amazing. It seems you are planning to go somewhere. There are many dangers outside the city walls. Perhaps I can teach you a thing or two that may be of help. What do you want to know? I see. Well, if you want to ask me anything again, I'll be here. I can't believe you guys are walking around at a time like this. Are you feeling okay? Breathing in too much of that dark fog can't be good for you. If you start feeling weird, let me know. I have lots of medicine in stock. We got new items in stock. Take a look. It's pretty dangerous out. You guys should be careful. Oops. I was being chased by monsters outside just earlier. Frightening just thinking about it. A boy I've never met before saved me then. That's why I'm alive now. His clothes were a bit strange, but he was a very nice boy. I just heard this, but apparently the Prime Minister was done in by a man wearing black. I didn't really like him, but his death is unfortunate. The weird dark fog is still lingering outside. What if it never clears up? Do we have to live in such gloomy weather all the time? Money cannot help you in times when you really need help. Unlike right now. I lived only to make money and more money. But now, it all seems so meaningless. I can't stand being stuck in this room all the time. But then no one knows that the city streets are safe right now. Rumor has it that a man in black was the one who incited the monsters. I wonder if he's been caught yet. Well, one thing I can tell you is he's not in the city anymore. What the? Krathios! I can barely make out even an outline. I was just going to thank him for protecting the city from further harm, but I can't even see his face. When is this weird fog going to clear up? Jeez, what a commotion that was. I hear some people were hurt pretty bad because they couldn't get away in time. I'm just thankful I'm all right. I heard that the harbor is in ruins. I can't just let some warriors take care of it. I need to do something about it. Ow, my head. It hurts so bad. But at least I'm still alive. Man. But I wonder who it was that saved me. I've never seen her before. Bet it was Mishera. The owner of this house is really nice to me. Not like the other merchants that are really mean to me. My own grandfather once told me that the people of the city used to live a quite modest life. But people abandoned that kind of life and began to live however they wanted. This could be the punishment for our extravagance. All the other houses must have people looking for shelter like here. It'll be tough making food for everyone. I hope the groceries we have are enough. Looks like things settled down a bit finally. But I hear most of the ships that were docked at the harbor have been sunk. Trade was Altago's priority. But now there won't be any for a long time. small boat's been brought here for you. It's at the pier. Some have been attempting to flee to other kingdoms, fearing the end of all Altago. Most of the ships are not even serviceable. They'll just have to wait. I hear the harbor's in really bad shape, too. I know the attacks were sudden, but couldn't the Dragon Knights do anything against the monsters? Not with their commander being who he is. They said small boat. Okay. But we're not going to use it just yet. I want to make sure we talk to everyone. Because there's 7 quests we don't have unlocked yet. If you run such a big business, you must have different types of weapons and medicines. If the people of your city are suffering, why would you choose not to help them? No, we can't do any more than this. We've already suffered great losses by giving you those scarlet crystals. Go away. I just heard that Prime Minister Orbis is dead. That can't be true. There must be some sort of mistake. Welcome to Zanzibar Firm. Okay, so they don't have any weapons or armor or any of that stuff. Talk about ridiculous. Those fools from the temple took all my scarlet crystals. So what if I have a monopoly of the crystals in a situation like this? Joining forces against me like that? That's the smallest... You hear that, Zanzibar? That's the smallest violin in the world playing My Heart Bleeds. Hard to feel sorry for the guy. All my life, I've heard how beautiful Altago City is. But this is not beauty. Everyone has their hands full just cleaning up the rubble and securing the perimeter. We just finished getting rid of all the rubble from the bell tower. It was hard even with my strength. It would not have been possible without the help of my companions. But the city is in really bad shape. You guys are okay. I heard all about it from the others. Sias, huh? Well, no use crying over spilled milk. I'm sure you have things you need to do as well. Just focus on that. Oh, and sorry. I truly believed that you had taken His Majesty's life. I'll express my regret fully later. Let's just say I owe you one for now. Are you the one who protected everyone in the Colosseum? Not bad at all. But I only fulfilled my duty. There is no way for you to react in such a way. The city is in terrible shape, though. What should I do now? Finally, all the rubble's gone. I was on security detail at the Colosseum. That's how I was able to avoid the disaster. But I can't believe what's going on. I need to join the others. It happened while I was away. Things must have been tough around here. But thanks to the Dragon Knights, no one was hurt. Yeah, I thought you were the blunt, unsociable type. I guess I was wrong. Ah, someone from outside's come. Finally, the trembling stopped too. Is it finally over? I was so worried the bridge might have gotten blocked with rubble. In which case, this Colosseum would be completely cut off from civilization. We don't know what's happening, Frankly, it doesn't even really matter. We have jobs to do, so we'll do them. Plus, Ursa's with us, and she lives for this kind of stimulation. So there's no reason to panic. We're professionals. You came in through the fog, no? You got some serious zeal, boy. Your lungs must be on fire. Stay a while and rest. The monsters we were taming underground suddenly turned on us. We were able to drive them off, but that blasted fog started seeping in. The area outside the Colosseum is completely blanketed in the black fog, so don't open any doors. You're the one that defeated the beast. Are you well? Unfortunately, Executioner Ursa is out. But you can come here anytime you'd like. We hold no ill will toward you. So they're just saying the same stuff they said before. All Iskin fever patients are being brought here. The girl named Maya's here too. If you're worried, you can go in and check on her. Ah, you're the one that treated me. I don't know how to thank you.
There's no need. It is enough for me to know you are safe and well. I sense that you are a man of decency. May I ask you to give support to the people here?
Yes, of course. How could I refuse? I will do the best I can.
None of us were really given any information on what's going on. I understand it's to keep us from getting involved, but it does nothing at all to quell the fear.
Failed? Okay, so 6 of those quests I can't get anymore. That's a shame. Well, if I can't do all the quests, let's just move on. That's something I'll have to remember during my next playthrough, I guess. So we need 450,000 for the new weapons. Not counting the synthesized ones. So we're gonna go to that island in this tiny boat.
I think this may be my first time riding a boat.
There's no need to worry. Out here on the high seas, Dogi the Wall Crusher becomes Dogi the Wave Crusher. I'll get us there safely. You can count on it. So relax and just pretend you're on a pleasure cruise.
Thank you, Dogi. Your words are most encouraging. By the way, Princess Aisha, as I mentioned before, an incantation is required to enter the sanctum. Are you familiar with it? Yes, it was on the note he left for me. He must have been planning to teach it to me after I get back.
Aisha.
I see. Don't mind me. I have to keep moving forward. So, Adol, you ready? Ready to set off for Ruins Island?
Let's go. All right, let's ship out. Adol's Deluxe Pleasure Cruise is on its way. Not to ruin the moment, but we have no idea how safe these waters are right now. We should keep our guard up. There may be monsters to deal with before we get there. That's true. Funny how Dogi's supposed to be steering the ship, but he was in the back. Oh man, we made it. Somehow.
My heart was pounding so hard.
Hey, I told you, pleasure cruise. Was I right or was I right? Man, I know it hasn't been that long, but being here brings back memories.
Yeah. But how strange. The miasma doesn't seem to have affected this place at all. Perhaps the proximity of the sanctum negates the effects of the miasma.
Welcome in, Angelo. Good to see you. And thank you for redeeming your daily Chowa crest. Give me just a moment. So I found out. I went back and I checked all the quests I haven't done yet. 6 of them are marked failed. So I guess it's too late to do them now. So we're just going to move on with the story. I wanted to do all the quests, but it looks like there's only one that hasn't been revealed yet that I can actually still do.
The island's complicated web of energy may have a hand in its immunity.
All right. Your warping powers didn't work here. We'll need to finish up quickly and return to the mainland on another pleasure cruise.
Adol, is something the matter?
The warping power seems to have been strengthened by the Dragonstone. While it was unusable here before, it may be usable now. Are you serious? I see. So the power has grown then.
That should make things a lot easier. Let's head to the altar, Adol. I have to open the way to the Sea Sanctum.
That's great news. Because I want to warp back as soon as we have enough money to buy the weapons that we can buy. The new ones, I mean. Ditto with the armor. Although first things first, I want to get the holy water. At least these small fry are easy enough to deal with. Treasure? Was I just not able to get what was in there before? Yep. Okay, now wait. Okay, that's from coming outside in another area. Trying to read the map. Would it be here? I don't want to do that yet. surely to goodness there wouldn't be a final chess achievement on Steam, because it's so easy to find a chest that it would tell you you can't have what's in here because you're already carrying too many of it. Now, maybe finding all the red and blue chests, I could see that. Because those you wouldn't get that kind of message with. Nice try, bucko, but nothing doing. Kind of wondering if we ever... Yeah, we did. Okay. At least now I know for sure on that. And we came over here, I think. Okay, yeah. Okay, gotcha. The only reason to come in here is to get the, get that red chest, which we've already gotten. I'm not wondering if we even have to go up here, or down here rather. But we'll check just to be safe. Okay, I forgot all about that. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Aha! I really don't see any point to that. I don't think we need to be in there. That might be a monster that that was in the Wind Sanctum. But I don't want to go back to try to confirm right now. Because there's only one place I can think of where said monster would be. And I kind of feel like we've been everywhere where we can fight stuff. So I have a feeling I'm probably wrong on wherever that thing is. Okay. Few different places we can go. Okay, add all you heal. Not that it's gonna take much. Oh. Oh, wow. Forgot there's so many chests down here. Wait a minute. Okay, whatever's in here, we don't need them anymore. Hold on. Before we go there, I want to check out that last area and just make sure there's no more chests to get. Oops. Hold on. There's a gathering spot. I don't remember ever getting those. But I guess we must have, because we got the chest from over here. Okay, what about over here? Probably don't even need to go up here. But I'm gonna check it anyway. Down. Bluestone, marble. Okay. I'm pretty much convinced we've got nothing to gain by coming over here. I don't think I was supposed to do that. Get back on there. I thought that was one of those situations where you had to use the triangle button to place the statue. Is it this way? I think I was underwater. Will you start helping me gather? Gee, thanks, Dogi. I'll remember that. Okay, yeah. It's funny how quickly I forget where I was going when I came across the area I need to be at. Help me. Gee. Any other time they would have come over and helped gather. I wonder why they stopped at this point. That doesn't make any sense to me. All right. Okay, so he's at full hit points. Okay, I guess we got the worm. Elevator going down. So we're finally going to see what this water sanctum looks like. Well, I thought we were. Now I'm not so sure. I could swear. Wait. All right, now this game's playing games with my head. And it needs to quit it. No, it was here. No, it wasn't either. Yes, it was. All right, Aisha, do your thing. This is all you.
The sea altar. We finally made it. This is where we enter the sea sanctum, right?
Yeah. The sea dragon should be sleeping in there somewhere.
Another dragon, huh? The dragons have been giving Adol their dragon stones. But I wonder if we can really stop the wind of destruction.
Remember what Saya said? To believe the dragon warrior is capable of saving Altago from the wind of destruction is a foolish dream. Damned egotistical crap face. He was mocking us. And just for that, I promise you, we'll stop this wind.
It didn't sound like an empty threat, however. thinking about it will do us no good. It is impossible for us to understand. We cannot, and perhaps should not, comprehend why the Eldris of Iska would plan such a thing.
Yeah. Adol, let's just focus on meeting the sea dragon for now. The dragons might know something about what Tia's trying to achieve.
All right then, I'm going to recite the spell that will take us to the sanctum. Ready? Altago murmureth through blue ripples, and thou, O dragon, speakest in the roars of the sea. We return to thy land of abundance anon. Guide our path, for prosperity lieth with thy heart alone.
So if Tia's the moon dragon, Eldris, how the heck are we supposed to even meet the moon dragon? Either way, we should find our holy water down here. And then we can make those other elixirs and at least get one of the quests achieved.
What is this place? The other side of the island? But it feels really weird. Even the color of the sky is different.
We must be inside the sea sanctum. Let's not just stand around. All right, let's do this. Yeah, what he said. We got sea stones. And we need a little over 300,000 more. 300,000 more gold. And then we're going to need even more after that for the armor. Well, it says sea stones are rare, but we were getting them in abundance there. Okay, so we can't go over there. I was thinking maybe it was telling us to that if we step in there, we'll get warped. But while that field was up, all it was doing was damage. So it takes a while to heal even with that. But still, it's good that we've got something like that. Okay. So now we need to use it. Well, not so fast. That's ice. I thought it was water at first, but now it looks like ice. Yeah, it's definitely ice. Oh, sweet. better equip that healing orb again. I'm wondering. Yeah! That was the monster that was missing from my bestiary. So we still have a chance to get that filled up. Wow. I can't believe we didn't take any damage there. Okay, wait. Okay, yeah, we drop off there if I keep going. Which, of course, I'm not going to. Gotcha! All right, let's start mining. And okay. So we probably weren't going to get any further in without getting to that. Good thing we came over and took care of it. Yeah. Right there was where that field would have been. Show me the money. More than that, show me the holy water. We need some of that. Quite a bit of it, actually. All right, let's heal. Good thing it's not going to take long. But we're still no closer to finding that holy water. But we need 20 samples of it in order to make all of the elixirs. Whoa! I've got the feeling there's probably gonna be some shoes we can get that will give us traction on the ice. I know in other games there is. Maybe even in that chest over there. Come on. Okay, let's go over this way first. Cool. Okay. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Now the only way we can go that's of any consequence is up this staircase. All right, time to heal up. And I'm going to warp back to Altago City to buy some more weaponry once we find another save point. Save point, warp point, whatever you want to call it. Because technically you can save anywhere, but what I meant is the next place we can warp straight to. Okay, that's rather strange. Trying to determine how in the world we'd even get over there. Get up there directly that way. No. Yes, again. Wait a minute. That looks like that might contain holy water. Some kind of water. Can't imagine anywhere else we'd find it. Oh, come on. Nice. But still no closer to figuring out how to get to that other chest. Is there a reason you will not come over and help me? We found that at least. All right, let's go back. I want to buy what we can. Well, that's good to know. Okay, we'll get the Damascus for Adol. Get the Bone Gauntlet for Dogi. And for Mishera, we'll take that Mystic Cane. And now we will sell the Iron Cutter. The Elha Knuckle. And the Aretha Staff. Now, what about skills? Okay, no new skills. Yes, new skill. Let's see. I think we'll replace the Wild Rage. That looks like that's a little more useful. What about you, Mishera? No, no new skills. Then again, I bet she's got another weapon she can get further down. Okay, Aisha. Okay, no new weapon for her, because she's already got it. Slender Sword. And it's not telling us, okay. So it just changes the damage type, but it's the same amount of damage. I get it. Let's see. Let's get the Great Axe for Geis. Sell that. Let's see. We'll get Krishia's weapon. I'm gonna make sure how many more we need. Okay. We still need Elk's weapon. And the other 2 for Adol. That's it. 150,000. That's what we need from now. Not counting what we can synthesize. All right, Krishia. No new skills. New skill. Sorcery Lion. What are we going to replace? I think the Cross Lancer. Okay, so is that just 2 characters that, yeah. He needs to use that 15 times. He needs to use that 15 times. Okay. Mishara, take a breather. Guys, get in the party. Back we go. I think we'll go ahead and save at this point. I'm not ending. I just want to make sure we don't lose any of our progress. Dogi. Straight right. That's X button. Okay, we got fragrant water that time. No. I'm too scared I'll fall. That's what I thought. All right, let's heal up. Pretty soon, Dogi should level that up. Cool. All right, what skill for him? What button? Circle. Okay, I'm gonna have to shut that down if I'm gonna get over there. Okay. Now, if we step off there, it doesn't look like there's any chests to pick up. Okay. Well, now. I think that just opened the way for us. Or not. But now we know we can come this way. Cannot go that way yet. Cool. All right, Mishera, you get back in the party. Actually, let's let guys heal first. Never know when we'll need him. It just occurred to me. I've never thought to switch out party members in the middle of a boss battle. I don't even know if you can do that. But the next boss battle I get into, I want to try that and just see if it's something that can be done. There's a chest up there. Hold on, let's grab everything it dropped. We're a third of the way to what we need as far as buying weapons goes. Step on that. What? Okay, that's for Aisha. We knew she was going to get another weapon down here. And I'm guessing her last skill is going to come as a result of this. Let's see. Let's replace the Jet Slicer. Cataract Blue. She's got to use that 5 times. All right, Mishra, take a breather. Aisha, get in here. Okay, so circle. I was about to say, don't you throw your hit points away like that. Cam. I guess we got what we can get there. All right, now wait a minute. Aha! And the water level just went down a bit. But not enough to... I don't think that was the original chest I was going after. I gotta say, that's a pretty cool skill. Nice. So we got that one. All right, she learned it. All right, Aisha, you heal. And I really wish it would tell us, like, on the map, which chests we've gotten and which we haven't. That would be very helpful. All right, Mashera, you're back in. Over this way, maybe? No, I haven't gotten that yet. I'm not giving up on the... I'm thinking probably... Aha! I knew there had to be another switch somewhere. And the water level fell even further. Now the question is, where... What came down? Wasn't there. Wasn't there. That chest is one we haven't gotten yet. Nice. I can use that. All right, let's mine some stones. Nope. That's not the key. That's not the key. Ow. that was the new armor. But who can equip it? All right, cool. I just saved us some money. Okay, wait. I'm feeling like there's another chest that maybe I haven't gotten. Might be that one right there. See how I might go about getting to it. Okay, there it is. The question is, have I got it already? Aha! Now I think we're good to get out of here. Adol has leveled up. For a second there, I thought Adol had taken damage, but it looks like he's got full hit points at this point. All right, everybody gather some fruits. Seeds, if there is any. Okay. That was making me nervous. Okay, that ice isn't as bad to navigate as I was thinking. Striga! I don't remember seeing that in quite a while. More Striga. Mostly just Striga seeds is what we were getting there. Ooh! Nice. Now that's awesome. I don't think there's anything else like of dire importance that we can get down there. All right, time to heal. We still got 3 more weapons to get, and then I think with some of the other stuff we can sell, we'll be well on our way towards buying the new armor. Although I forget exactly how expensive it is. No. Ow. And Aisha leveled. Let's go ahead and heal. Now that I think about it, maybe Tia's hairpin will help us get to the Moondragon Shrine. Although if it does, or Sanctum rather, excuse me, not Shrine, Sanctum. If it does, then I don't know why she would leave something like that lying around. Unless it's to strengthen despair, like she said before. Chaos armor? All right, that's amazing. So, Oy vey. Too bad we couldn't get this stuff before that battle with Sias. That would have made things so much easier. Excuse you. You even realize who you're dealing with? Jeez. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to give me warning before you just pop up like that. All right, time to heal again. Thing hadn't popped up right there, I'd already be healed up and ready to move on. think no. Come on, game. You know better than that. I swear, assuming those added traction shoes exist, I'll be so happy whenever we find them. They gotta exist because they've been in like just about every other East game. Yep, I knew he'd been over here. Okay, don't help me gather. Gee, some friends they turned out to be. Come on. Come on, a little further. Thank you. I bet that red chest has the shoes. I bet you anything. Yup. Called it. Look at that. Okay, that must be for Adol. Daggone, dude. All right, what a pentagram. Circle. How many times does he have to use it? 5 times. Oh, wow. You know, thank goodness we don't have to worry about slipping and sliding everywhere anymore. So I was done with that. Completely done. All right, time to heal. Now that's cool. Like one more time, I think he's got to use that, and then he'll master it, or he'll learn it. Not master and learn are 2 different things. Vitality Crown. What does that do? Vitality Crown. Nah. I'm glad to have that, but I don't think we need it right now. And that's learned. Okay, now wait. I think I came over here already. That is annoying me. Okay. Okay, wait. So that's over there. Trying to figure out a way to get to it. Okay, never mind. Okay. I'm thinking right around the edge of the dip. No. We gotta go up a little more after the dip. No! I had it! I had it! We were right there! Ugh. Okay, so we've got all we need now for the weapons. Right around here, maybe. Is that for Geis? Sure is. All right, guys. What do you think? Cross Crusher. He needs to use that 5 times.
Hey,
Mishira, take a breather. Let Geis in. Dude. I'm glad we made a point to get that. Now the question becomes, which way do I go to move forward? Looks like you can stun enemies with that. I thought that was the 5th time we used it. There it is. All right, heal. And then after that, we're switching out to Mishira again. Let's move on. Hey, welcome in, Phantasy Star. How you doing? It's going pretty well. Although, you know, I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go next, but man, have we made some progress. Yes, you do. This is like one of my favorite video game series out there. Although I still haven't been able to play Ys 5. Because for some reason, that one still hasn't gotten an English release, even after all these years. I can't figure out why they eventually brought the rest of them outside Japan, but not that one. Well, in some form. Like, Memories of Celceta is the form we got Ys 4 in, but it's not, it's a more modern version. But it's actually done by the company that created the series, and they basically said we had no involvement in the original Ys 4 games that were made. We're retconning them, and the one we're making is now the canon game that takes place there. So we skipped Ys 5 through our playthrough, but that's the only one. Now, Trails, that's a series I've never really tried. Although I did pre-order the physical version of East versus Trails in the Sky, and I'm looking forward to throwing down on that when it arrives. Okay, I don't like what I'm seeing, but there's really no other way to go. I guess I gotta go around and go this other way because I don't. Oh, I get it. You can't go up there without the hook shoes. So those are required to get over here. Trails beyond the horizon. Oh, nice. I don't know how much game time we've logged in this one, but it's quite a bit. Can't get there. At least not right now. I've got to find some kind of switch. It's a bummer we can't. Oh, very cool. You know, I'm glad I have that accessory that lets us see where all the enemies and all the chests and everything are. Aha! What's that gonna do? Yes, they are. You know, I looked into why they call themselves Falcom. It turns out they pretty much just like the word Falcon, and they wanted to give their company a similar name. And then they felt like something was missing, so they slapped Nihon onto it, which of course that's the name that the nation of Japan calls himself in their native tongue. Although it is worth noting that for a long time they used Nihon instead of Nippon when after World War II, because they felt that after the loss they didn't deserve to use the pon sound, because the P sound is stronger sounding to them, and they felt like some of that strength had been lost. But then over the last few decades, I think they went back to Nippon instead of Nihon. I didn't even know they had a band. Is it officially involved with the company, or is it people who are unaffiliated who just play their music? Oh, sweet! So it's kind of like the Zentada band that Taito had. That's really cool. Okay. Uh-oh. So all of them now have stronger item than can be bought in the shop. That's gonna save us some money when we go back. Quite a bit of money, actually. Ow. That's really cool. I know Zuntata has done live shows in the past. I don't know if they still do or not. But that was, like I said, that was Taito's band, and I've seen a video of them playing Daddy Molt from Ninja Warriors live, complete with shamisen. That was an awesome performance. Okay, I guess there's no getting around that. Oh, nice. I'm not liking the way this is going. I mean, we wouldn't have to go back very far to heal, but still. Back off, you stupid clownfish. Okay, so Adol's hit points aren't down as much as I thought. I thought he was down to around like 500 or something. Which for this stage of the game would be pretty low. I didn't know that either. That's rather intriguing. I would love to go to a concert. I don't know if they do any, but just imagine if the team from Ryuga Gotoku did live performances. I would love to be there for some of those. I think Team Dragon is what they called themselves once upon a time. I know I posted pictures of my collection to their official social media group. I'm just glad we're in a spot where I can actually heal. Oh, that makes me so mad. I haven't gotten a single holy water yet. Come on now. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, no holy water. I would think for sure this would be where I'd find it. You know, they just released a Snow Brothers collection not long ago, and it has the Mega Drive version on it. I feel like that's honestly the definitive version, even more so than the arcade version. But the one I really wanted that for was the NES version, because that's the one I remember playing, and I know that one is a really high dollar game. Although if you want the arcade version, the only way you're going to get it at this point is to get the Switch releases of Snow Brothers 1 and 2 Special. They have they have like enhanced versions, I guess I'd put it. And then they also have the arcade versions included. But I still feel like Mega Drive gives you the better experience with the added cutscenes and everything. And I even feel like the music might be superior to the arcade. And I don't often say that as far as console releases of the time. They're usually better in arcade, but this is one case where I think it might be it might actually be better on a console. I've got the physical version of that collection. Actually bought that one for both the PS5 and the Switch. Because I want to be able to play that one on the go, like just whenever. Matter of fact, here it is. I got the collector's edition of it, but I only have the game itself in here with me at the moment. Oh, thank you. You know, most of the Yakuza or Like a Dragon Platinums nowadays aren't that hard to get. They're more time consuming than anything else. But difficulty, there were some that were kind of tough. If you play them like I do without looking things up. Like Yakuza 5 was pretty difficult because that was the first one that required you to 100% the checklist. And part of that required using all of the different heat actions. And the game doesn't tell you how to do them. You have to figure them out on yourself, on your own, or else, like word of mouth. It's much easier when it just says, do X number of heat actions. Then, once you figure one out, it's as simple as rinse, lather, repeat until you get the trophy. I'm trying to think if there's anything else down there. I don't think there is. Dude, the frig are you doing over here? Yes, you do. Again. That don't. Wait a minute. There's got to be some reason that's off to the side. Hello. Well, I'm glad I did that. Can we get to whatever's over there? No, we can't. We'll have to come. We'll have to drop down from above and get over there somehow. Now that gives me reason to find one of those whirlpools to jump down. story of our lives, isn't it? You just recited a tale as old as time, or as old as video games at least. You know, Persona 3 Reload, I really need to... Actually, there's a reason I haven't played that yet. I want to finish Persona 1 and 2, and then I want to play the rest of them in order. Okay, I think I see which one of these I want to go down. Aggravates me so much. Wait. No, no, no. No. That one. Maybe. Then again, I may have goofed. Yeah, I think I goofed. Huh. Well, I've never been here. At least not this playthrough. Did I just get what I was... I do believe I did. By the way, I don't know if you heard what the latest Arcade Archives release is, but it's Mr. Do. That was a game I've been dying to see join Arcade Archives. Myself and a lot of other people. It's the first Universal game to actually be part of that lineup. Oh, sir, I feel so sorry for you. That's one of the earliest games I remember playing as a kid. And I've always liked it better than Dig Dug. I don't think that's completely because let's get her out of the water. I don't think that's completely because I played it first. It's just got more to it than Dig Dug does. Like more to the gameplay. Yeah, for 1982, great game. Now, see, the cool thing about the Arcade Archives version is it includes 3 different versions of it, including the prototype, which is very different. I mean, the gameplay's fundamentally the same, but there's some key gameplay differences. The character of Mr. Do himself is different, and plus there's different music in it as well. By the way, speaking of Arcade Archives, did you know that they have a sale going on right now for... No, that's not going to happen, I don't think. It's because, you know, Sega, number one, they've said, oh, we're not a company We're not a company that's all about releasing like old arcade games. Plus, you know, whenever they do, they like to do it themselves as opposed to let some other company release it. That way they can get all of the pie. They don't just want a piece of it. They want the whole kit and caboodle. You know, that's why they've got the Astro City Mini. I don't know if you're familiar with those. I have. Matter of fact, when we've done our Sega Saturday or Sega Sunday days, whenever I can't stream on Saturday or just on the days I haven't felt up to it, I've always streamed the games on those days from the Astro City Mini and the Mini V cabinets. Yeah, well, see, it's also on the Astro City Mini. Yeah, the original Astro City Mini also has Revenge of Death Adder. And I'm happy to say I have one of those. Okay, that's for Dogi. Dogi, try that on for size. Wow. It's a 100-point skill. And he's got to use it 5 times to learn it. See, the skills, you can use them while you have the equipment that's linked to them equipped. But once you remove it, you lose access to that skill unless you've used it enough times to learn it permanently. And in this case, Dogi's got to use it 5 more times while he's got that particular gauntlet equipped in order to learn it permanently. He's got to use it 3 more times. Let's see. Panzer Dragoon, House. Well, see, here's the thing with the Jurassic Park collection. The main company that had say over that was Universal. And so Sega couldn't put those out themselves anyway. They had to have Universal's permission. Now, those other games you've got, those other games you mentioned, that's got a bit more, you know, you got a bit more leverage there. Uh-oh. Well, see, Sega actually gave the license to Shenmue back to the original creator, or they allowed the original creator to make the new Shenmue game. Either way, Sega didn't make it. The one thing he couldn't do was put Yu Suzuki. That's the creator's name. They basically Yeah. So basically the deal was Sega wasn't really interested in doing it themselves, but they told him if you're able to get X amount of money from crowdfunding, then we'll let you make it. The one thing he wasn't allowed to do was put the arcade games he made for Sega into it, which is a shame because that's one of the few ways you can play Afterburner Arcade Perfect. Well, Afterburner 2, I should say. I mean, they did release the Sega Ages version on the Saturn, but even that, I feel like there's some weaknesses in that. Yeah, Space Harrier's good, but I'm going to be honest with you. Afterburner is one that I'm really disappointed hasn't gotten more home ports than it has. I'm talking the arcade version. I mean, I know it got home releases back in the day, but arcade at home ports, Afterburner hasn't really gotten too many of those. And one of the few I can think of that was in Shenmue 2, which also had yeah, but I'd prefer arcade on that. Too bad you're not gonna find too many arcades where you'll get the experience Eddie Furlong got to experience in Terminator 2 when he actually got to play the hydraulic cabinet. I've actually played one of those way back in the 80s. But nowadays, if you even see those, a lot of times the hydraulics doesn't even work anymore. For example, Galloping Ghost Arcade near Chicago has a hydraulic cabinet, but Doc Mack decided he didn't really want to maintain that, so the hydraulics doesn't work on his cabinet, and he's decided to leave it that way just because it just doesn't feel feasible to him to keep that going. And another game I kind of sort of want to see brought back in modern times. I'm gonna go back to town now. Time to buy some more weapons and whatnot. Galaxy Force. I'm trying to think if I've played that. But see, where Sega really shone was their arcade cabinets. Okay, we can get rid of that. 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 All right. Who do we still need to get weapons for? We do need those. I'll equip those later. Oh. so she's got that equipped. Okay. Chit-Chack. All right, Elk. You take that. Now we're going to look for armor. Okay, reflex for Crucia. Jariba Hatar, that's for you guys. Harvest Close, Elk. Okay, and we'll skull bracelets for everyone. Well, except Aisha. She's already got one. Yeah, you know, that's something I really appreciated about the hang-on games too. I never saw one of the Manx TT cabinets, but I do remember seeing a hang-on that had the actual bike controller. Okay, wait. Titano Gauntlet. I don't know. I'm gonna look to see who's got all their skills and who doesn't. Okay, Adol's missing one. Dogi's got all his. Okay, there's a few Misheras missing. She's got all hers. He's missing one. She's missing two. He's missing four. Okay, so Crucia, we still need weapons for. Elk we do. Geist we do. Aisha we do not. Mishera we do. Dogi do not. At all we do. So Mishera, Geist, Crucia, and Elk. Oh, hello. Yeah, of course we. I screwed up there. Okay, Gray Spangle. For everyone. Coming back to backwards compatibility for what? Oh, Xbox. I had a feeling it was them. They've really they've made a lot of strides with their backwards compatibility, which is great to see. Okay, Meteor Smash. What can we give him? Okay, there's his. Mishera. All right, cool. That's awesome. You know, Xbox needed something to really put them back into the thick of things on their consoles. I think that could be. I think that's their biggest ticket. That's awesome. Jason Ronald from Xbox is directing people to it. Nice. I'm glad to hear that. That makes me glad I bought a Series X day one. All right, here we go. There is a strong dragon presence. Are we going to get teleported? Well, that answers that question. I'm glad to hear that. You know, meanwhile, that little stunt that Xbox was pulling, where they were going to have people, they were going to require people to connect to the internet in order to use their games. Now Sony's doing that. Although it's not as bad as people were thinking in the beginning, but they're still doing it. You know, Xbox eventually backed off of that, but yeah, I mean, I get why Sony's doing it, but the fact that it already left a sour taste in people's mouth before, and then all of a sudden they were going for it. Backtracking. You mean as in they're stopping that? Have they said we're not going to do that anymore? Because I mean, there was a reason for it. They at least announced why they were doing it. You know, they said it was because there were people who were buying digital games and then refunding them within like the 2-week period. That's why they set 14 days as the period where that's active. And then as soon as you log back into it, you get a permanent license to that game. Whereas if you don't log back in, it'll render the game unplayable because it can't verify the license. But then once it does, I think the license is permanent. Maybe part true, but they went. Yeah, that wasn't the best move on their part. By the way, there's a few games I need to switch to different stacks. Hold on a second. I'm looking to see where a couple of my games are. Like collections, I'm talking the Toaplan arcade garages. Yeah, I can understand that. So, I don't know if you heard about this, but check this out. Uh-oh. Whew, saved it. Are you familiar with the Toaplan Arcade Garage series? They haven't made too many of these. This is the Hisho Same and Same, which is Fire Shark and Flying Shark. Well, I said the titles backwards. It's Hisho Same is Flying Shark, and then Same is Fire Shark. Well, it turns out Clear River is finally going to release that particular collection here in the States. Limited Run actually released the Tiger Helling and Twin Cobra one stateside. Now the Flying Shark and Fire Shark one is going to be released. That will just leave one of the Arcade Garage collections that hasn't been released. Which is, outside Japan, I mean. And I have that one imported as well. It's the Zero Fire, which has Hellfire and Zero Wing. By the way, I got an actual original copy of Hellfire on the Genesis. I'm trying to see where it is. You bought the Tiger Heli Twin Cobra one. Did you? I know it's kind of a. I'm not gonna finish that question because I feel like it's kind of a dumb question. I was about to ask if you got it physical or not. I've got the Japanese version and the English version of that. And I'm glad the English version was released because it has the whole package on it, like on the disc. Whereas in the Japanese version, it had DLC that included the console ports. And the bad thing about that is that they're bound to whatever Japanese account you use to download them. So while you can play them using a U.S. account, the Japanese account has to be logged into as well. Otherwise, you can't play the DLC. But the English release alleviates that worry. Right, I get what you're saying. I get you.
This presence. The great sea dragon. Is he awake already?
O destined warrior, O humble warrior, thou hast come.
Are you Obalin the sea dragon?
This should save us some time. Since you're already awake, we have some questions for you. Adal asked the voice about the nature of Tia's elderhood and her true purpose. Wind of destruction, rite of demise. I'm sorry to hear that. I get it, though. All is necessary. What? Destruction is inevitable. All of Altago demandeth the end. The rite of demise, the head of Iska shall perform. All is fate. A world of imbalance can exist no longer. The land must return to ashes.
But why? The rite of demise? What about the rite of demise?
Why can't we avoid it? What's the point of making Adol your warrior then?
Yeah, good question.
Great, now I can't use the Ares seal on him. Damn it! Thou wishest to halt the wind, humble warrior. Prove thou art able. Thy soul, thy body. Thou shalt have my power only whenst I've confirmed thy resolve. I knew it. Okay, hold it. Uh-oh. What is it gonna do? All right, Phantasy Star, have a great night, and thanks so much for stopping in. Always good to see you. Oh, wow. But yeah, I'm wanting to pre-order that. You too. Have a good night. Well, I haven't been hurt too bad yet. I have a feeling it's probably able to do more damage than what it has so far. One or two areas will see their demise very shortly. Come on. Oh, come on. Huh. Come on. Are you coming or not? Ow. No, don't do that. It's not long for this fight. At least from what we've seen, it's not. Uh-oh. Here it goes again. It's vulnerable. Like on that portion of the tail. Ooh! That was nice. Come on! It's down to 1 hit point. Now what's it gonna do? Oh boy. Okay, so now the real fight begins. So that was just a prelude to destruction. All right, Dogi. You get to it. Thank goodness we got all that really nice equipment earlier, and that we got all these skills learned. Oh boy! Don't tell me. At least that extra skill is building up faster than I thought it might. Oh, nice. You got this, Mishera. I think we may actually win this without having to use any healing items. That would be really nice. Yeah, we got this. Got it. No healing or reviving items. Very well. I grant thee my assistance. Thou shalt have my power. 4 down, 1 to go. But how do we get that last one? Not only does nobody know where the shrine is, but the one person qualified to open it is courting with the enemy. Well, they are the enemy. O descendants of those before me, I grant thee my protection. The divine protection of the sea dragon was granted to Aisha. Aisha can now use Azure Destruction as her extra skill. O warrior, O powerless descendant of humans, thou must visit my brother and acquire thy last power forthwith.
Wait, we still have questions. What is the Eldris of Iska trying to do?
'Tis only what hath taken place, which must once more occur. Lo, the grand demise is nigh.
we're back. But
Yeah, it's all so confusing. The reason Tia was trying to summon the Wind of Destruction, don't know what it is, but the dragons sure seem to. Seems like they've known all along.
nonetheless, I find it difficult to comprehend everything that is happening. The great sea dragon spoke as if the wind of destruction cannot be stopped. But the dragon stones have the power to stop it, and the dragons are granting Adol the powers to fight it.
It doesn't make sense.
There must be a missing link. Some important detail we just don't know yet.
All we know for sure now is that we'll need all the dragon stones to go against that girl Tia. And we don't have a lot of time. We're left with the moon dragon. Yeah, but no one knows how to get to the moon sanctum, right? What should we do, Adol? Maybe we should go talk to Ciarius?
Let's head back to the palace for now.
What's going on?
Damn it. Sias, Tia. They were in on all this together. Curse them!
Maya.
Huh? That girl's Tia's. Hey! You! It's Iskin Fever. Hey! You dumbass! You shouldn't be running around in the miasma! What were you thinking? Wasn't it the main sanctuary where all the Iskin Fever patients were being taken? Damn, I have no choice. I was afraid he was gonna hurt her for a moment. I'm glad I was wrong on that.
Okay, so Adol leveled up. How many more? Okay, he's got one skill he hasn't learned. Okay, he's not going to get it out of that. No. No. What the heck? Oh well. Don't like the way this is going. I wonder if we can fight at the Coliseum yet.
You looking for Mistress Ursa? She went to the palace. Apparently the elders of the other villages are having a meeting.
Well, looks like there's only one way for us to go. I don't think that's where we're supposed to go.
Okay, cool. We found the right door.
Oh, you're alive. Welcome back. Glad to see everyone in tip-top shape.
Of course we are, Grandma. We're practically invincible.
We even got the power of the great sea dragon, right, Adol?
Adol explained to Fatima what happened at the Sea Sanctum.
Interesting. There are definitely some things the great sea dragon said that are a bit unnerving. Can't say I fully understand all of it, though. Our great dragons need to stop speaking in cryptic subtleties.
Speaking of cryptic, have you seen Ciarius anywhere? I haven't run into him yet.
Something seems to have happened at the Hidden Village. He said he had to go back. Guys! We finally found you! Mr. Ciarius sent us with an urgent message.
Urgent? From Ciarius? Did something happen?
We don't quite understand it. But the pillar in the Hidden Village suddenly began emanating light.
I knew it! I knew that pillar was connected somehow!
Pillar? You mean the one at the center? Most unusual.
Adol, we should go check it out. Okay, folks, we're gonna go ahead and call it for the night as soon as we teleport to Iska. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. For Taito Tuesday tomorrow, we're gonna be playing. I don't think it's Return of Arkanoid. It could be, but it is a game in the Arkanoid line. But we'll be playing that, and then I forget the name of the title for Sega Sunday. I don't think I'm gonna be playing Sega Sunday this week instead of Sega Saturday, because my work schedule is a bit unusual this week, this Saturday. So I feel like it'd be better to do that on Sunday. In any event, it is now time to find somebody to raid. Let's see who is on tonight. Oh, guys, I gotta rate Emmy. She's doing a milestone celebration. I'm not sure what she's playing though. It looks like something on the N64. Guys, Emmy Divergent is just so awesome. She's one of the first streamers that I ever followed here on Twitch, and I personally met her at TwitchCon last year. Not sure if she's going to go again this year, but if so, I'm hoping I run into her again. In any event, you guys are in for a great time. And thank you again for hanging out tonight. I'll see you back tomorrow, hopefully, for Arkanoid and Taito Tuesday. But for now, this is Thunderfist 1978, signing off.